Alright, what's going on, my friends? Getting ready to get some lifts on, trying out this loading pin. Gonna be doing it on my back porch. Little step right there, got to set up on the side. Already been out here for about 2 hours just cleaning up. Mowing my backyard, had to replace my blade on the mower, move everything out of the yard, move everything back into the yard, clean the garage out, mop the floor from dog messes, and open up the stones. I got the tops of them off. I'll show you in just a second. Let those dry out for a little bit. Then I'll take them out of the mold and or take them off the tires, get them all the way out of the mold, and let them dry for the whole weekend while I'm gone. So there is those. Like I said, the small one in the far back, I didn't fill up all the way. I just used the rest of the concrete that I had left over to fill up that one. That is my smallest mold I got. Not going to use it for anything. Probably just going to set it on the front porch as a decoration thing. Like I said, there's the loading pin. Got all the weight plates sitting over here. Just going to need to grab a couple tens and we'll load it up to as heavy as I can to give it a good try out. Big tire and the Cardell platform are sitting out here because I had to hose those off. And only other thing I got going on is burnt my brush pile down a little bit. So had a bunch of trees I trimmed when I make it more personable. Had a bunch of trees I trimmed when I hung the rope up for the keg toss. So yeah, got that all burnt up today. Plus all the wind that we've had lately. A bunch of stuff comes down my yard. So yeah, gonna go ahead and get warmed up a little bit more and get going. Alright, so that was 300. I only did it once. My main concern is I think it's too high, my pin. So I may switch out the 12-inch pipes for the 8-inch pipes. I got 350 loaded on there right now. I'm going to give it a one shot also. Just to make sure I'm able to pick it. I don't know how high the steps are. That's a pretty high step. I would consider a step. We'll see. I think for practicing wise, I might have to make the pin shorter. At least take one of the 12 inches and replace it with an 8-inch. So yeah, what time is it getting to be? I got about an hour before I gotta run and grab the kids. So I'm gonna mess with this one more time and maybe do some squats and keg toss. Keg toss isn't in the competition, but sandbag toss is. I don't have sandbag to toss over the bar, so I'm just going to practice with my kegs the way they are now, and then I'll load them up eventually to what the competition weight is once I get back on Monday. And then Monday I'll probably practice deadlift and overhead. But we'll see. Yes, definitely gonna have to make that pin a little bit shorter. Definitely had to use the power belly to get that one up. I'm gonna move some things around, bring all those plates in. Those were all 35-pound plates that I was using, and 210s on top, and then 225s to bring it up to 350. So yeah, competition weight goes up to 400. So I think it's doable. Just got to make it a little shorter. So yeah. You know what the worst part is about being able to lift heavy weights and lifting alone is having to move all those weight plates all by yourself from out the backside of your house to all the way to the backside of the garage. Alright, so I'm gonna go over the squat rack setup. I know I did it in one video and I'm really close to you guys right now. Sorry, I'm getting texts at the same time I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, let me flip the camera around. Alright, so I'm using this gray squat rack. One, because I can step out of it rather than being locked in a cage. And two, the bar rack for the red rack won't hold my axle. It's too tight. Oh, gosh darn it. It'll fit, but it's not safe. So I got the rack there. It's sitting on top of my platform. So what I'm gonna have to do is stand right in between those weight plates, and then step out onto the horse stall mats here I have cut in half. And then my depth for squats will be onto these barrels on each side. Now I'm not sure how the height is going to be on like that, so today is just trying it out. I've never squatted with a axle before, so that's something new, and I've never squatted down to boxes like this before, so that's something new. So I'm excited / not to try this, and we'll see how it goes. I don't plan on doing a lot of weight today. Back's already bugging me a little bit from just working, getting the yard cleaned up today, doing those, and then building those stones last night. Oh, let me show you those. I just took them out of the molds. And there they are. So all fresh and clean out of the molds. The big highlight one, highlight, whatever it's called. I already went around with a file and tried to get some of that edging off there. The Slater stone's got a little bit better of a seam on it, so I shouldn't have to worry about cleaning that one up too much. This one over here, like I said, is not a complete stone. That's pretty flat on the ground there. And see, it's got all those holes on the top, so I'll be able to fill all them in. This one, those aren't, it's focusing on my finger. Those aren't holes, that's just a wet spot. That'll all dry up, but the Slater stone does have some holes in it. Not just air bubbles, Nothing that's gonna bother anything. So I'll let them dry out while I'm gone on vacation, and I'll weigh them and see what they are when we get back. Sweaty. All right, so I just got done squatting. Last rep set there was 315. Got to work up to 550 for the competition. Looking at some of the footage, these pins are barrel's a little high, so I'm not getting to parallel. I don't know what the height of the platforms is for the competition, so I have to go off of what I got. The good thing about it is you can do a little bit of a bounce off the bottom as long as both sides touch. So shoulders are hurting from having my arms out. If I bring my hands in more narrow, it's going to hurt even more. So that's why I like putting my hands out as wide as I do. Especially my right shoulder, which I popped in that last competition. So practicing axle or log overhead is going to be pretty interesting next week when we get back. I got a couple minutes. I'm gonna go toss some kegs. I don't want to, but I'm going to. Just gonna do 3 kegs for a couple reps, and we'll call it a workout. So we'll talk to you again at the end. Well, I forgot to record an outro while I was outside. Yeah, so done. Just letting my phone charge up a little bit before I go pick the kids up in about 15 minutes. Just got laundry and packing left to do for the rest of the day to get headed up north. Hopefully gonna do quite a bit of filming on the way up there and while we're up there, and yeah, have a good time. I'm planning on doing some fishing with my father-in-law out on Lake Superior. If you guys are familiar with Michigan at all or geography. And I'm gonna go see the Tahquamenon Falls, and I think that's about it. I'm gonna head up hopefully hit up a brewery while we're up there. That's right at the falls. I don't think we're gonna do anything other than that. I know the wife had a couple other plans, and I think those are. I think she changed her mind on those. Not too far away, there's a a little bit of a drive, but there's a bear ranch where you can actually go in and feed cub bears, and I believe you can feed bigger bears, like dropping apples through a tube to them or something like that. But I don't think we're gonna do that just because it's about an hour drive, I believe, from where we're staying, and would consume a good portion of a day. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go to the falls and do some fishing around the campsite. Gonna get cleaned up a little bit and go get the kids. That was a weird noise. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, go live big, eat big, get big.